Hey everybody, Doug Judy here on a Sunday. I am sitting on server 1000 right now, and somebody said that their group did not help them save the burning clubs. That happens a lot, especially in the beginning when people have no idea what is happening. The game just says, your clubs are on fire. So this is not my group or an enemy group, but somebody posted this here. So when you are touching an enemy territory with one of your clubs, you can burn enemy clubs like this by robbing or rallying them. Now, when you do that, the club gets a little bit of defense. It just takes a little bit longer to attack the club for whatever reason. I think it's some kind of defense mechanism. But when there's people reinforcing the club, just like any other building, you would have to compete with those fans. And they could promote a defensive captain by going into a building like a club. Now on the attack side, you would just hit Rob. You would click on it, hit Rob. Now this is not our club or an enemy club, so it won't let us. But that's where the Rob button would be. This timer here, it's a number of hit points that the club has left, and you can see it's going down. Now, when somebody tries to save the club by extinguishing the fire, you will see right above it, around there, you would see a little fire extinguisher icon, and it would have a timer next to it. So that fire extinguisher says how long it takes for the fire to be put out. And when it's put out, it can be repaired and it'll start to go back up instead of going back down. When more people join to extinguish the timer on the extinguisher will go down faster. And it's like a couple minutes or so per person that joins to extinguish the fire. So what happens early in the game is people don't even know why their clubs are being burned. They don't communicate. They try and save the thing by themselves, and there could be like 10 people attacking the thing. So when you're going to extinguish the fire, best to find out who set the thing on fire in the first place and figure out, what it is that is in the way, and it could be that they want, they just want the space that you're in. They don't want you to touch their buildings. In this case, these clubs touch a GC, which is not good. So best practice is to burn them. That way you don't wake up in the middle of the night and realize your GC is gone. Some people play nice with their neighbors, some take precautions, and some just don't play nice at all. The other thing that I've seen happen is that somebody will try and burn this club even though it's already burning. Now, if you don't see a fire extinguisher like it is in this case, there's no point in reburning it. It's going to go down. It's going to get burned. So it's not going to go down any faster by burning it again. It's not like your girls do instant damage to the thing. It has to go on the timer. And, it's somewhere between 3 and 4 hours to burn one of these clubs if it doesn't get saved. It is somewhere around, I think, 12 hours to burn a GC. So it's a lot harder to burn things than it is to destroy them while they're being constructed. If you destroy them while they're being constructed, it is instant. So when you were building a GC next to an enemy club, you would definitely want to have a maximum number of reinforcements and have a strong defensive captain. So that's the beginner's version of it. At the end of this, I actually do want to show you how to change the defensive captain, because that is something that's really common. So if I click on a building, I'm going to try and find one real quick to reinforce. I guess I could just go here. So if I click here, I call one of these girls back. Call her back. She's only 82 kilometers away. Not bad. So it might just take a sec here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So here, if I click and I can assist, right? Just like you can accelerate a club build, and I can drive to it. Okay, so now I'm sitting in there. And you see that right there? It means I'm the defensive captain. It has a picture of my profile image. It has the little flag there. Now, if there was more than one in here, you see the flag right there. There was more than one car in here, I could click on one of those and change the defensive captain. And I believe it's only officers that can do that, R4 and R5. Could be wrong about that, but I think it is. So let's just say you start the build and it's touching an enemy territory, touching a club or something. You want to put a really strong car as the defensive captain because it's kind of like a rally bus, except on the receiving end. It will use everyone's fans contribute, but it's the defensive captain's stats that are used, and everyone else will inherit those. So, it's best to pick a strong defensive captain. Another way to do it is have, if that person's an officer or higher, that person could start the construction and they will assume to be the defensive captain. Now, if I leave this and then like that, and there was another player in there, they would automatically be the defensive captain. Somebody would choose somebody random. So you want to look and see who that is if you want to consciously change the defensive captain. So those are 3 points really I wanted to cover is how to save a building, when and when not to attack a building, right? Which is when you don't see the fire extinguisher, there's no point attacking again. And when you're outmatched, you should not try and save a building, and you should not try and solo attack something with a ton of fans and a strong defensive captain. And then thirdly, how to reinforce and how to change the defensive captain. All right, DJ, aka Doug Judy, signing off. Peace.